What? What did you say?
He said facts.
Sounded like he said flex. I'm like, but that has nothing to do with anything.
It has to do with everything, buddy. Okay? Guys is here. It's all about flexing.
No, fact, as in, like, facts. These are the facts. Show me the car facts.
I understand what facts are. I don't need to explain what they are.
Already off the rails. I love
I'm
it.
merely stating that what you said over the microphone and into my ears sounded like a different word.
Oh, that was
We're
funny.
off to a great start here, kids.
Matt's like, why do I bother giving them a countdown?
No, this is gold. This is great.
No, I think Mash is more like, why do I bother?
Boy, oh boy.
Hi, friends!
Yeah, hi, we're here.
Close my door.
I'm working on getting us some...
We're here and COVID-free.
Working on getting us some entertainment music, some lounging music. This'll do.
Just hanging out.
So welcome back, everyone. We were off last week. We're back now. So naturally, we forget every little bit that happened 2 weeks ago in any sort of tabletop scenario. So, time to put your notes to the test.
Yeah, notes.
Only one of you doesn't have inspiration currently, Lindsay. So if you'd be so kind as to give us a recap from 2 weeks ago.
Awesome. Okay, well, it started off with Fig ending her meditation and Malvhor and Goldwyn coming to meet with Fig and Cirion. And Malvhor dropped the bomb that it's a change of plans. We're going to go to Cirith Ungol instead of traveling up to the Greenwood with Merwin. Cirion and Fig went, what the fuck? And and after a somewhat heated argument, especially in front of Goldwyn, which made things awkward, Cirion and Fig ultimately agreed to travel to Cirith Ungol with Malvhor to use the option there of speaking or parlaying with Mordu to try to help Merwin. So that happened, and it's late in the evening, if I remember correctly. And so the group decided to, after all that, just prepare to right at dawn the next day to get started. So I think it was and Goldwyn gave us horses, and I remember 2 of the 3 names. There's Wild Step and Duster, and I don't remember the horse's name that Cirion got. But we got horses, so that should make traveling more easy. And then on top of that, Fig went to go back to the parlor to just start early on resting and whatnot, while Malvhor and Cirion went to do some last-minute shopping for supplies like rations and whatnot. That succeeded. Fig also asked for carrots, which Cirion got, and Fig had already given a carrot to her horse to start bonding with it, so that's fun. And while they were shopping, and when Fig walked into the parlor, she ended up overhearing Dorsey speaking with someone else down the hall and in another room. And she didn't completely catch everything. She heard mostly Dorsey, but all in all, based on the phrases like, let's see, she heard Dorsey saying something about trying to reach out but can't seem to find any of them. Some of the cats have gone out and missing. There was other talk of tying up loose ends, especially in Osgiliath. Dorsey mentioned dispatching someone back to Osgiliath to get more eyes on it, whatever that is. That the person he's discussing with can go back to the handler and say that everything is under control and keep a low profile and everything. The most important part was that Dorsey had already heard word that individuals know that the Eye is here, and Dorsey doesn't need any more heat on him. So that was big news. And when everyone rode out at dawn, Fig made sure to relay that message. And during that journey with that news, sorry, can't speak. That's when all of us kind of as a group started going over past handouts and whatnot, talking more about plot and trying to put things together.
Broke out the red twine.
Yeah, we started doing some red string things. I won't cover all of that. You can watch it from last time. But basically, it was a nice short journey to, I almost said Pelagrin. No, we left there. We're heading to, it is Pelennor. Everything starts with a P, it's fine. And,
Fondle.
right. We made it to Pelennor, I was correct. And we started walking through Pelennor to cut through Osgiliath to then get to Cirith Ungol. We decided to, at the time, see if we could speak with, oh my god, what's his name? Turgon! To see if he might be able to help get us a safer passage or more clear passage to Cirith Ungol, if I remember correctly. But before we even got to anything like that, I believe it was Cirion who managed to, no, it was, both of you collectively, honestly, in my mind, managed to find a, in an alley, what's it called? A conversation, a secret conversation, that got very suspicious, and Malvhor ended up hearing a specific word, and I don't remember it right now, but it actually coincided a little bit with what we went over in the handouts, and so that's when all of us just went, gotta go after this guy. He got something, and like a message or some sort of, that's what we're assuming. And as Cirion and Malvhor got closer, or the three of us got closer to try to intercept the guy who clearly had something handed off to him, there was also a cat that showed up onto the guy, like on his shoulder, kind of perused around, and then jumped and left. And so Fig was like, oh, hey, cat, I'm gonna go see if it has anything, because that was interesting. While Cirion and Malvhor continued to get closer and then ultimately did intercept the guy and started speaking with him. We ended up finding out, I think it was like the cats are the messengers or something, or the carriers, something along those lines. And right when that bout of right when those words kind of came out and those sentences came out, and it was about to pan over to Fig with the cat, and the cat hissing at Fig, that's when we ended session, and I need to catch a cat now, and this is stressful.
Like I said in the pre-show, you don't have to catch it.
Whatever. No, I'm catching that cat. That's where we are. I have to go get a cat.
All right, go ahead and take your inspiration for that.
Oh, goody.
Recap.
I actually remembered more as I was speaking.
The quiz question was gonna be the horse names.
I have Duster and Wildstep, and I don't have Kevin's. I don't remember it for the life of me.
Kevin's is really cool.
Quickfire.
Yeah.
I knew it was like Quick or Dash or something, and I couldn't think of the other part.
Yeah, so I have a horse, Dasher, Prancer, and another one named
Donner and Blitzen, yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Those are
But all of them were
Comet.
deceived. Or another reindeer was made.
Oh, with a red nose.
There was a hard mode version of the question, and that was going to be what is the name of the horse in the tongues of the Aothid, and not Western. Because Goldwyn did.
She did give another name.
Jesus
which is like the
Christ.
breed of the horse, not the name of the horse.
Yep, I remember her saying it. I don't remember what the term was.
Yep. Your handout for the stat sheet gives the Western breed, not the Aothid name.
Ah!
or Rohirrim name. Two things before we proceed onward. Cirion, you still have advantage on all checks throughout the journey
He's the
until
only
you fail
one.
check.
Oh,
Currently the only one.
right!
Yep.
You also, from last week, still have viewer inspiration from Paul, so you have a D4 that you can use on any check at your
My man Paul.
So,
Bless.
you still have those two things at your disposal.
Sweet.
So, oh boy, where to begin? Where to begin? Where to begin? Let's.
I'm not even ready to be Fig. It's just player me standing here going, musket cat. Musket cat.
Just holding a little axe going like,
Musket.
musket cat.
I know. I don't know how to be in character right now.
Cat.
Cat.
Just hearing Vig across all the city just going, come here. Come here.
Alright. So, as Cirion and Malvhor covertly interrogate this individual as he seemingly believes that you're on his side currently, trying to figure out where this message may have transpired, and you are currently at a bit of a loss. Fig, you wander into the shallow alleyway following this cat and don't immediately see it until you look up and you see it cat parkouring up the wall and onto the rooftops as it sort of turns around and locks eyes with you and lets out a hiss. What are we doing?
It's not friendly. Not seemingly.
It's aggressive. Kill it. It's initiating combat.
No. I would. Let me read something really quick here.
All right.
Because I think I might have something that might help a little bit. A
can of 2 nuts.
Or like okay. I'm going to so there was a floral bracelet that I had bought 2 of like forever and a half ago from what's his face that Cirion bought. Yes, more. So I'm going to kind of like play with it slightly as I consider what to do. And then I'm going to take out a little bit of my rations and first try to coat it with some food. But so I want to use the floral bracelet with this ability check though.
Okay.
I'm assuming it will be an ability check.
So you're trying to coerce it back down.
Yes, and be friends.
And be friends. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check at disadvantage.
Why am I at disadvantage? Oh, okay.
The cat
That's in
just
general.
hissed at you.
No, that's fine. I thought it was something differently mechanically speaking from the journey. That's fine.
No.
Roll double natural 20.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah. Based on what
Easy
you
money.
can tell, the fact that it's wearing like a small leather harness and is carrying the missive.
Oh, I will use the lucky floral bracelet though. Oh my god.
What's that? A
Okay.
reroll?
Should be. Roll an additional
to.
d20.
I was like, do you have the item in front of you?
I did. Yeah, I was reading it
Okay.
before I did all that.
All right.
Eh.
That's a 15.
Oh, that is a 15. That's right. With my. Okay.
Mod.
I mean, you got it,
15.
man plus 5, so good job.
All right. So go ahead and mark off one of the points on that bracelet.
Yes, that is a good call. Let me add that as another resource.
All right, and you're trying to beckon to it with rations, essentially.
That's all I got right now.
All right, 15.
See what happens.
15's like right in that quantum zone.
It's a yeah.
Totally off topic, but I just got a Google notification saying it's going to be 10 degrees cooler tomorrow and my sinuses want to die. That's all.
Thank you.
Lindsay, stay focused.
Now over to Lindsay with the weather.
It's going to be cold. Thanks, Lindsay.
cat.
So you pull out some rations and look up towards the cat and just like hold it out. Do you try to beckon to it, or are you just holding out the rations, seeing if it will catch? Catch
I'm holding them out and kind of beckoning at the same time, like, hey, I got food.
Say, am I getting any piss here?
Yes.
So you look up and you see this dark ashen gray cat that almost is on the side of having black fur. Yes.
I meant to ask at the beginning. I tried to remind myself since last session. Clearly didn't work. Do I recognize this cat as one of Dorsey's at all?
You do not recognize this cat.
Okay.
Well, you don't recognize it as one of Dorsey's. You recognize it as one you may have seen the last time you were in Osgiliath.
Okay. Wait, so then it should know me. Because I got to be friendly with it before. I did
maybe.
And everything. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. You would think. You're getting the idea that this cat might be trained. Based on its attire and everything.
Okay, how tall is this building?
It's about 12, 15 feet.
Oh no.
The cat the cat looks down at you as you try to beckon to it with the food.
Hang
it.
If this is about to be a chase, I'm about to initiate.
I realized for some reason that audio bit wasn't on loop. My bad.
I was about to DM you.
No, I don't know why that one wasn't marked. And it hisses at you and sits down as you beckon to it, and it just sort of locks eyes with you and just licks its paw, cleans its face, and just sits there.
Do not make me come to you. I'd rather you come to me.
She just kept a mom, don't make me come get you.
I'm gonna count to 3.
Once, so after the 2 hisses, I will. Oh my god! I'm going to slowly put the rations away, keeping eyes locked onto this cat, and I'm going to crouch very low, and then just spring myself up and jump to the building to try to quickly climb and get to it. I don't know how high I can jump. It would be awesome if I could grab like the railing of the roof or whatever, but I don't. I mean, she's tall. She's not that tall.
So go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
I'm about to use this bracelet on all of these.
You've been sitting on that bracelet for a while.
I know. I keep forgetting I had it. That's a 20.
20. So as you sort of squat down to like prep yourself to jump up, the cat looks down and you see it sort of hunker down as well, and its pupils dilate.
Yep.
You leap off the ground, and it's not that you jump terribly high, it's the fact that you're able to find a handhold and immediately just sort of like quickly parkour up. You get your hand onto the roof, and as you're lifting yourself up, the cat jumps across the alleyway to the opposing roof.
Yep, I was expecting that. So I'm going to quickly roll myself on top of the roof and then just leap after it and start running.
All right.
This is freaking chase music.
Yep, we're entering a skills test here.
Malvhor and Cirion are gonna look up and turn around and go,
I was gonna kind of like look like going across the roof, grab tap Malvhor on the shoulder, and not even say a word, just point up.
See this 6'5" tall woman bounding across rooftops.
It's like that Sylvester gift that I sent you.
As Fig pulls herself onto the roof and the cat leaps across the alleyway, which the alleyway is maybe about 5-6 feet wide. The two of you that are still with this individual, as you're talking, you two of you at the corner of your eye just see Fig stand up to her full height now on the rooftop. Fig, as you make it up to the roof and you turn around to find this cat, you not only see it land on the other side, but it doesn't even stop and look behind you as it goes into a full sprint and is now darting across the rooftops. What do you do?
Awesome. I'm dashing right after it to try to catch up.
Dashing after it.
You dash across to make the gap of the alleyway onto the other rooftop, and you begin to try and keep pace with it as your movement speed is
40. So with dashing 80.
all right. You and the cat have the same speed.
Jesus Christ.
I thought the cat had 30.
No, it has 80. Or
Oh, that was 30 climbing speed. That's right.
everyone still
God.
hear music, or did it freak out?
I do.
I mean, I hear the marketplace. I don't hear the chase.
Oh, I hear the chase.
I just killed the marketplace.
Yeah, it's just silent now.
Kill the marketplace.
Just killed the chase music.
Yeah, I don't hear it now.
Come on, I'm trying to move things along here.
Okay, I hear it again.
I do not. It says it's playing it, but there's no sound. Let me,
As I say, there's nothing I can do at this end at this point. I just stopped it again.
Okay, camera's
Chat
gonna be
is
lost for
confirming.
a second.
Technical difficulties, everyone. Apologies.
Okay.
The site was freaking out earlier today, so it might have. some
I
hiccups.
refreshed my page. We'll see if that helps.
All right. Let me just make sure. Okay. Starting up again.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't hear it.
Let me try a different track just out of curiosity. Hang on.
I hear that.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Just tense enough.
That's now the second track that has oddly just disappeared for a player.
Bye.
Okay. You leap across the alleyway and begin to keep pace with this cat as it's now roughly 40 to 50 feet ahead of you as it had a bit of a head start.
God.
You run across the rooftops and sort of watch it as it leaps down to another one and then across and then up like a drain pipe to the other side and keeps going. You're sort of dodging loose debris as the city itself is in a sort of state of irrepair.
Okay.
You turn a corner and use like a bit of like a makeshift brick chimney to try and slow yourself and turn at a harder angle. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay.
16. And of course you can use your bracelet on any of these if you
I'm waiting. I'm gonna hang on to those just in case.
You round the corner and hop down in almost one move as you slide across a bit of the rooftop and down into like a small garden area between two buildings, and you quickly sort of ninja guiding your way up as you jump to one wall and over to the other and up into the onto the next
Hell yeah.
rooftop. At that point you come up and see the cat sort of maybe about 30 feet down, getting to where like sort of the building space ends and goes into a more of a street vicinity, and you see it jump down into the road where there's a couple of people moving about. But at this point where you are, before you get to that point, you see in the direction that it's heading is heading towards the river.
It's heading towards the river.
The river.
Over
In the
the
vicinity
river,
of the river
through
from
the
where you
woods.
are.
So it's down already on the street and I'm still up? Is that what you just said?
It jumped down into the street, and there's a crisscross pattern of just foot traffic, the occasional cart and horse, as it's sort of slipping between people's legs and dashing across the street and into another.
Okay, can I continue on top of the rooftops if there seems to be like a clear direct way to the river via that route while keeping tabs on the cat below?
So basically, where you are, the line of buildings essentially ends
Oh,
and
it
goes
stopped.
into like a square area.
Oh, right.
So it's sort of like a common space almost. So the
Okay.
closest building might be like 20 feet across, but you could definitely cross the street and try to get up over there.
No, I
Or you
will.
can go down.
I will follow the cat then. Is there? It's a busy street then because you said it's weaning.
There are
and
people
through.
down there. Yes.
Does it look
cat-
like I can make a landing like right by or onto the cat? Like if I jump, okay, it's too far. Okay,
No,
then
It's ahead of you.
okay, I wasn't sure by how much. Then I will yeah, then I'll leap off the building and continue after it. And just try to make sure I don't land on someone.
So as you, in the dead sprint that you have, as you see this cat dart across the street, you come up to the very edge of where the buildings end, and you just sort of leap off. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving.
Yeah, like Assassin's Creed jump, just woo! What'd you say?
Dex save, please.
A dex save. Last time, this did not work well. All right, I will keep that.
15. You leap off and keep eyes on the cat as it just barely disappears into the alleyway across from you as you land sort of middle of the street and tumble and roll into it.
Yep.
And get up and you get about like 4 steps into your sprint. A horse-drawn cart comes in front of your path, and you just sort of slide down across the street in between the horse and the cart itself and pop out the other side and continue running down the into the alleyway. As you are running through, you see the alleyway is pretty much portions of the side walls of the buildings that have just crumbled, so it's just mounds of rubble and various other debris. As you see the cat leaping across the other side and then darting off to the left where it sort of ends and cuts off into another area. You continue to follow him and come out to the other side of the street, and you see it going down the main road, heading for the bridge that joins the north and the west and the east of Osgiliath.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. While the cat and I are running, because everything's like dirty and like dirt road and debris and whatnot, the cat's leaving tracks, right?
Do you stop to look for tracks?
I wanted to quickly glance down while running after it, but I won't look if it slows me down.
Give me a quick perception check at disadvantage.
Okay, that's all right.
16, 15,
Rolling pretty
14.
Don't jinx me, guys!
I didn't say a damn thing.
14. It is pretty hard to tell. In certain areas, there's paw prints, but Osgiliath is sort of a dirty city to begin with.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
in a lot of the areas, it just kind of gets lost.
There's gotta be a way I can...
What?
I would like to, as I run toward it and the bridge, I don't know, I had half an idea and I don't know where I'm going with the rest of it.
Okay.
I have, shit. Okay, I don't know, I'm gonna try it, because why not? I will, as I'm still running, like I just said, I'm going to take out one of my nondescript bones.
Oh, nondescript bones.
Nondescript bones, sorry. And
Yeah.
and I want to chuck it ahead to have it like land next to the cat to distract it, like a thing to chase. As I keep going.
I want you to miss your target and hit the cat in the back of the head.
I debated that for a split second of like, can I just like ping it somewhere to slow it down?
Hit the goddamn cat.
Go ahead and just roll d20 and add your dex.
Oh,
See
no.
if you get it in the vicinity of where you want it to be. Let me check a cat stat block real quick.
Cat needs to make a
Plus my
wisdom
dex.
save.
Oh, that was a plus 21. That'd be great, but no.
Not quite.
Yeah, that's
Let's
a
see
total
what
of
happens
40.
here.
Oh my
That's
god.
not horrible.
17.
I told
Alright.
myself that if I rolled below a 15, that's when I would use inspiration and luck, but I'm not. Not really. What?
I'm scared, guys.
Take it. Hang on, I gotta take a picture.
What?
On its wisdom save,
It did
rolled a
roll.
natural 20.
No!
Of course it did.
I was hoping it was a 1.
Quite the opposite, I'm afraid.
Oof.
When he says that
As
he has to
you-
take a picture, it's either a natural 1 or a natural 20.
Yeah. Ah.
As you throw the bone, as you slide into the open road, and it arcs over and lands just a few feet in front of it, and you hear tick, 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 as it runs to a stop, and you see the cat look at it as it's bounding, and as it's going right past it, it takes up its one paw and just bitch slaps it out of the road and keeps going. But as you're watching that happen and trying to keep pace, I need another acrobatics check.
Like, oh god. You said acrobatics. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see here.
Damn!
Okay. Let's go.
Oh my god.
The pre-workout kicked in!
Let's go.
All right.
I'ma get this cat. And when I do, I don't know. I'll hug it to death.
There's gonna be a few people out there that are not gonna be happy with this roll, but
My roll?
because of what would have happened had you failed. So, you are running down the street trying to keep pace with the cat as it begins to edge closer towards the bridge. At the last second, coming out of a side alley is a sort of an older gentleman pulling a cart as he's backpedaling, and it's filled with all sorts of various produce as you sort of catch it at the last second, and you basically place both your hands down and with feet first bound over it and keep running, and you just hear this guy behind you, "Watch the cabbages!"
Beautiful
Do
call.
I-
I was hoping that one would be the one, if anything, to fail, so I just go, "My cabbages!"
Do I close any distance at all on this thing?
So you are
This
keeping up
thing.
with the cat as it gets onto the bridge, and you see it sort of leap up onto the railing, like the stone railing of the bridge, as it begins to cross the river itself. And you get to about halfway, and you see it stop and sit as it looks down towards the water, and you just see its head just sort of shifting. And you, at that moment, you begin to close really quickly on it as it's no longer moving.
So, shoot. How, I would, okay, I don't know how this might work, but in my head, there are like two ideas I have, depending on what happens once I get close enough to it. I imagine Fig just continuing to run and just like not quite stopping momentum to just pull an arm out and just like try to scoop the cat before it does anything and up in her arms, or
Okay.
or with the full knowledge that cats like to do the stupidest things and just jump from places. The other, in my mind, and I guess in her head, it's if she can't get it scooped up in her arms that quickly enough, she wants to like grab the railing or edge of that bridge and use it to swoop herself over to follow the cat and jump down. If it's going to do that,
All right. So
like without skipping a beat.
because you actually haven't failed a single check in this challenge yet.
What?
Yeah, which I wasn't expecting, quite honestly.
The rest of my rolls after this chase are gonna be shit. Watch. It's only gonna matter with the cat, and then Fig's gonna just trip over something and fall face first into the mud.
Because you haven't failed a check yet, I need an initiative check, but you can have it at advantage because you've kept pace with it, and now it's in a position where it has stopped completely still, and you're just closing at 80 feet every 6 seconds on it.
In my mind, it's like DBZ Abridged, where it's just the no, as I'm running forward to it. Like, don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Go ahead and roll your initiative at advantage.
I'm going to use.
You have advantage. You have advantage.
At advantage.
I clicked advantage. It didn't roll with advantage.
It never rolls initiative at advantage, so you just have to do it twice.
I'm still gonna use luck.
Oh,
No.
fuck, do it again.
I'm going to use my inspiration. And then if that still fails, Paul gave me inspiration.
Oh, such a G.
Paul's is a D4.
That's all right. We'll see. We'll see.
That changes your order of operations.
It does, because I forgot. I got things to spend.
I know.
Son of a bitch.
You're currently trying to work out a Yu-Gi-Oh! Chain trap card going on here.
All right.
Oh, God.
Now I'm gonna use luck. Okay. But that's 19 plus 2, so that's 21. So that's another luck with the bracelet. And that's now I have for my initiative.
All right. Oh boy.
I don't like oh boy. No.
Oh my God.
No. What?
So as you run down this cat on the bridge, as you get closer and closer, and it becomes almost sort of slow motion to you as you just are waiting for this cat to make some sort of stupid move, and you are just calculating in your head what your next move is going to be. You get closer and closer, and you see the cat suddenly just sort of hunker down real low, that you recognize as an animal person, that it's about to either take off with the zoomies or is going to leave. As you've been watching its head going like side to side this entire time, and then suddenly just stop and hone in on something, and it gets down real low, and it begins to sort of wiggle its butt, and as you get real close, you just see it jump off. But at that moment, you come up right alongside, and you reach down without even looking, and you grab onto something soft and fuzzy, and you yank up this cat out of mid-air from its scruff. As it looks back at you as you pull it up and you slide down on the ground, panting. The cat in front of you as you hold it up is just reaching out at you, trying to claw at you.
I hug it with both arms. I don't care. I'm going to try to control it scratching. I get scratched, I'm sure. I don't care. I'm gonna hug it. And I'm gonna I'm gonna
hug it, squeeze it, and stroke its fur, and I'm gonna
hug it for like 2 seconds to see if it like maybe calms down a little or something. Otherwise, if it doesn't, I'll still grab it by the scruff, and I'll use my my extra tan cowled cloak and just like put it in a pouch.
Stuff the cat in a bag. Seal it off. It can't breathe.
I'm just picturing this whole thing like Assassin's Creed meets a fucking Looney Tune.
Yeah. So that it can.
The entire time you were holding it before you put it in that cloak, it is just trying to fight and claw its way out.
That's fine.
It's not happy to see you. It's not happy in the situation it finds itself. So you catch your breath and stow it away, and like a cartoon, you make this bag, and as you hold it up, you just see it's just trying to like get out, and it's just flailing, and you just hear it meowing and hissing and growling.
I am death gripping that opening like Santa's pack about like on my back. I'm like, I got this cat.
As you're just sitting there panting, and during all that, you probably got a few scratches across your arm.
I'm sure.
You're sitting there panting, and you just see this older couple walking across the bridge, looking at you like side cocking their head. These young people today do the strangest things.
My younger sister's cat. It's a beast. And I just turn and walk away. I'm sweating.
How did you not fail a single check?
I don't know. I was expecting to go through all of my reserves of stuff.
You did on initiative.
Yeah. Oh my god. And I'm going to quickly, like in a light jog. I don't want to bounce the cat too much as I'm holding it, but in a quick little step, I'm gonna head back to where I had left Malvhor and Cirion behind. But once I get there, if they are still in that, once I get to that area where I had left them, I want to stop and kind of look from afar first to see if they're still speaking with that guy by the time I come back. And if they are, then I will stay back.
Yep. Real quick, as you initially stand up from the side of the bridge, you sort of glance down towards the river and you see a boat that was going right underneath at the time that you sort of come to an idea that the cat was probably going to jump down to.
I meant to look down.
Always remember to look down.
Sorry.
During all of that, we'll go back towards Malvhor and Cirion. What were you two up to?
I'm pretty sure we were still with the guy talking when we ended last session.
Yeah, you were.
Just chatting with him, and he's like just confused as fuck of who we are.
So I do have at least one more question to ask him because I don't remember if I specifically asked this question last session or not.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask him. When's your next pickup? We gotta be careful.
Oh yeah,
No.
that's right.
I don't know. I have to return to the bureau and figure that out.
Okay.
This is my only task for today.
We'll go back to the bureau together.
Well, I have a few other errands I have to do that are on my task list, but I guess I can meet you back there.
Yeah, we'll meet back there.
Right. Maybe we'll get some answers as to why there was a miscommunication of things going on here.
Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it for sure.
Very good. Be on the lookout. If things are as bad as you say, then things might get a bit dicey for us here soon.
Indeed, they might.
Keep your head on a swivel.
He starts to walk away as he's like sort of rubbing his neck. And he stops and turns around. What was your name again?
I never did give you my name. You can call me Dathomir.
Dathomir. All right.
Vormal.
All right.
And I want to. I don't know where the bureau is, but I want to follow him back to the bureau stealthily.
Are you taking off right now?
I'm gonna turn to when he's far enough away. I'm gonna turn to Cirion. I'm gonna say, I want to follow him to this bureau so I know where it is, so we know where it is. It might be our only lead. So that's what
I'm not very stealthy. I won't be loud. When you go to the bureau, leave markers so I can follow.
Stay here, wait for Fig. We'll meet up later. I won't go in the bureau, but I'm gonna make
Very
sure.
good. Leave some kind of trail for us. Go, go, go.
And I'll stealthily follow him on my own.
Okay. Go ahead and give me either Dex Space Stealth or Charisma for social camouflage.
Camouflage.
Last time I rolled a really weird skill. I realized I can just roll Charisma and I get the same bonuses. I'm going to
Also, not at advantage.
not an advantage, but I'm gonna re-roll that
Oh my god. How?
with my. That's like the opposite of what I told Lindsay to roll. I'm burning my inspiration.
Dude. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that's not even any fucking better.
10.
Did I take all the rolls?
You did.
Apparently.
Oops.
Apparently.
Sorry.
I'm scared I'm next.
Alright. 10, as you hang back a bit, wait for him to sort of get some ground, and you converse with Cirion. After a while, you begin heading out and sort of follow the last bit of his last route that you saw. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Boy, 15.
There's the 15. Okay. You pick up a trail that seems to go more into the eastern side of Osgiliath, and a bit more of like the center of it all. And you come to an area that's a little bit more heavily crowded, that you hope sort of makes you blend in a little bit better. And you do take a look around, and you initially gather that you're getting closer towards like the docks. But at one point, as you're looking around, you sort of are trying to keep to the edges and with the groups of people, and you swear you can see him in the crowd, and you bump into a cart that sort of just spills its wares everywhere and causes all sorts of cacophony of noise. And you quickly check to make sure the person that you ran into is all right, that everything's good. And by the time you look up, gone.
I can't follow a ghost. I'll make my way back to in the direction of the group.
Okay. We'll say you and Fig basically get back at around the same time.
I'll see Malvhor walking up, go, that was quick, did you find it? Is it closer than we think?
I lost him around the docks.
Fuck. Fig, did you catch our furry friend?
I got the cat. Wow! It's not happy, but I got it.
Clearly not. Okay.
You see like two claws poking through the fabric.
Can I
just
I'm gonna
back
flick.
in.
I'm gonna flick the bag.
Do not hurt the cat.
Not hurting the cat.
Let's go back to our hideout in an enclosed room and retrieve whatever the cat was carrying.
Cool, interrogate a kitty. This is gonna be a fun afternoon.
And then maybe we can find the bureau.
If there are treats or food we can get for it to try to make it friendly, that might work.
I mean, I don't need it to be friendly to get the message from its back. If that's something you want to try and find.
Or at least more still to get the message from it. I only have carrots and bones.
Well, if you want to pick up treats, feel free to.
I don't have money, so I'll just shrug and walk with you guys if that's the case. Alright, I guess we're heading to,
Heads to the hideout or heads to treats first, I guess.
I mean, are you buying the treats, Cirion? You buying the treats, kid?
I can buy the treats.
Okay, then.
Is there a place to buy treats?
Probably just buy some fish.
Everyone has their use in the group, okay? Fig catches cats. Malvor's the silver tongue. I'm apparently the treat giver. Whether it's alcohol or for animals, Cirion's a boy for that.
You're the one with the money right now.
We'll say treats will run you like 2 copper.
Heyo.
Easy enough.
To the hideout.
Refresh my memory. Where's your hideout?
It's the one we stayed at when we were sneaking back into Osgiliath. It's the one that Wynn showed us. It's the
Okay.
old storage room that's really small.
Okay. Because you guys just arrived in Osgiliath and were looking for, I think, Turgon, and then got here. So I wasn't.
Yeah, we're aware.
But our hideout is a safe
Okay.
spot. It's an enclosed spot where the cat can't hopefully get out and we can
Okay.
get the message.
I was sitting here racking my brain like, you guys didn't stop anywhere last session. Where the hell are you going?
It's the hideout we've
Okay.
used previously.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys meander your way back to the west side of Osgiliath and towards the little cellar storehouse that Wynn lent you that oath so fateful night.
And shut the door. And then, okay, we gotta let the cat out to get the message from the cat.
Hold on. Before we do that, can I check the room for any other openings maybe Kitty could potentially sneak out of?
Give me an investigation check.
15. I don't know why I have advantage select.
Because you have advantage.
You do have advantage on all skill checks.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Natural
Nat
20.
20.
You case the room pretty thoroughly. Having been here a few times, you look it over, and it is a cramped storage room with barrels and crates, and just sort of the smell of old, musty air for the most part. You don't see any other entryway other than the cellar door that you come through from the alleyway.
Okay. Let's make sure Kitty doesn't find somewhere they can get out.
Or under, or behind.
I checked. We should be okay.
Well, there's a plethora of places it can get behind because there's just boxes and crates
Yeah.
everywhere. But to escape, there is only one.
Okay. Well, then I will go to the middle of the big open space in the room. I'm going to, with one hand, gently put the kind of wrapped up cloak around. I'm going to kind of I'm going to slowly loosen my grip on it just enough so that my other hand can just go right in. And I'm going to peek just a little bit just to make sure I get the scruff. But basically, I'm just going directly to grab it by the scruff to pick it back up, ignoring whatever it does to that hand while I do that in the process. Yeah.
All right, you
Cats, man. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You reach in with your hand, and it is met with 1,000 needles, basically.
Sounds right.
Yep. But you do eventually get your hand around the scruff and yank it up, and you just, in front of you, have this cat sort of limply with its head cocked and just sort of eyeing you.
I just boop it on the nose.
I'm gonna
Peace, friend.
while she has the cat
complete-
held, I'm just gonna reach over and pull out the parchment.
Okay. Pull it out.
And then I'll put it on my lap, and I'll hold it tightly and force it to calm down as I pet it.
You will be calm.
Love me.
Yep. Okay. So you secure
Tame
the parchment
animal.
and restrain the cat, as it oddly enough, the entire time you sort of restrain it, it refuses to break eye contact with you.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll just stare back then. Just be like,
In fact, give me a wisdom saving throw.
is this an evil cat?
No, it's just been nothing but cotton candy and sunshine this whole time.
Oh no! I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna
Take your lumps.
I'm gonna do I don't, you know what? Whatever. I want to see what happens.
Okay.
I don't think Paul's D20 or D4 will do much if it's still under 10.
Yeah. You stare right back at this cat, and you just feel almost like a physical connection between the two of you, between your minds, and you feel an intrusive presence enter your mind. Like something or someone else is there that's never really been there before, and suddenly you're recalling recent events that you've encountered yourself. The horse ride here, the interaction with Merwin, the actual finding of Laura injured on the tree path, and then going and finding Merwin, the encounter with the vampire. All of those memories, without even like wanting them, trigger right into the forefront of your mind.
I stand up with Cat, open the door, let it out, close door.
What?
Darts off.
That's a loose end now.
Mordu's connected with it.
You sure? How do you know?
At least that's what I assumed once we looked at each other, and all memories of what happened or involving with Mordu came through like a connection of sorts.
Wait, what are you saying?
We might have been watched.
Oh, great.
And I'm still confused.
That's the vibe, right? Like,
Clearly, the
can I
vibe
make?
you got.
Well, can I make? I guess like an insight check, something to be able to like detail that further or whatever. Or that might have been too late to ask now.
So the memories that you got for like without willing them forward, that just happened, were your own memories. You were
Right,
not looking
but it
through
was
someone else's eyes. You were not looking through like out of body experience. They were events you yourself experienced.
But they were still triggered in a sense.
To a degree, yeah. Something forced them forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I was just clearing up. I was just clearing up that you didn't get the vibe that the cat had watched you at all of those events. Like you were reliving the memories through the cat's eyes.
Right. So I mean that was the best way Fig could have said it, but in my mind it was enough of a connection where it's like, hey, here's all this bad things that just happened with you. Hi, red flag, and Fig just went, no.
Okay. Yep. Basically.
No.
I'm still confused, but I still think just letting that cat go, it's done. We can't change it. And I'm gonna read the parchment.
Okay. You sort of unfurl like this darkly yellowed parchment that, as you unroll it, it sort of fights to roll itself back up. And you look at it, and it's inked crudely in a red ink. And you read it over, and it all makes sense, but it seems practically gibberish. It seems like it's saying stuff without saying anything. Like, it goes on to say, went to the market today, picked up 2 apples, such fine weather we're having.
Aww.
It's in code! It's in code!
Go ahead and give me a riddle check.
Ooh.
We don't get much of those. Many of those. English. You're right, full time.
9. You do recognize that there's no way there went through so much trouble to pass a letter about errands, essentially. So you do get the understanding that this is probably a coded message of some sort. To whom you can't decipher. Maybe in time, if you studied it a bit longer, you might be able to figure it out, or maybe you can find somebody else to help figure it out.
Well, it's in code, and I can't, without a way to understand the code, I can't, tell you what it says.
Yeah, and the weather's been okay at best, so this is weird code.
So, now we're left with a couple of options. The man is expecting to see me at the bureau. Problem is, I don't know where the bureau is. we could either try and investigate and find it ourselves while we're here, or we can inform Captain Turgon and continue on with our previous quest.
I say let's find Turgon and stop burning so much time, because the whole point of this trip was to make it quick.
Indeed.
I agree.
Okay.
At least Turgon might have more men that can help scout around then.
More men
If
and
any.
more resources. So let's go find the man and figure the fuck out.
What if he's in on it? What if he's part of the spy net? If he was part of the...
Then I'm killing him and facing the gallows. Let's go.
Wow.
I mean, if we are suspicious of everyone we know being part of this, secretly part of the enemy, then we've already lost. So
Campaign over.
to the Bastion then.
Hey, DM, knock that off.
Seeds that I have sown have begun to take root. Alright.
Devious
You
bastard.
guys stow away the letter. I don't have a handout for you right now, but you can just note
Expect
somewhere
us
in
to
your
get it.
No, like I didn't. Since it was gonna be coded, I was erring on the case of. I'll have something for you when it's if and when it's decoded. But right now you can just put just somewhere in your notes somewhere or your journal that you have it on you.
Secret message. Secret
Guys,
message.
from a cat.
Meow.
Yeah, cat that actually gave Fig the heebie-jeebies at the very end.
You guys head out from your hideaway and head over towards the Bastion. In the middle of the day, the gates to it are pretty much wide open. There's 2 guards posted out front who initially stop you, but over a very quick conversation, they recognize you and let you pass on through as you guys come through and make your way towards Turgon's office. Where as you walk in, he's in sort of his regular fatigues. Armor is strewn out on a mannequin on the other side of the room, and he's just head down, hand to the head, just looking at parchment and inkwells. And
Paperwork, sir.
never get promoted, Malvhor. What can I do for you?
Well, there's something we can do for you and you can do for us. First off, we need a road to Cirith Ungol.
He looks up from the paper and just furrows his brow and just gives you the most concerned look.
Us again.
The last time you came through here, you fought a creature that had wings and drank blood. I know you don't have a death wish, but I'm starting to question your sanity.
A child's life hangs in
Can't
the
question
balance.
was not there, Captain.
He puts the quill back into the inkwell and sits and leans forward and puts his hand sort of under his chin. So, from what I understand, a child's life hangs in the balance, so you have to go to Cirith Ungol.
Yes, the entity that laid the curse upon the child, we believe is there, and we plan to end the curse.
That journey may very well end you, but that's hardly what you came here to hear. Cirith Ungol, from what I understand of it, is a fort that guards a narrow pass in the mountains east of here. Sits above Minas Ithil. I'm not familiar with a way in, but I believe the Rangers would. The only other way I could think of is if you head north and head in through the Black Gate.
The rangers out in the forest.
There is a band of them in the forest. There's a few here that are gathering supplies. In fact, let me see here. He shifts through some parchments and like quickly scans down a list. Of course. Scooches his chair back as you hear the wood screech on the floor and walks over to the window. Baldur! Get up here!
Oh
He's
no!
hot!
Oh no, he's
Oh no, he's hot! Oh
A few
no.
moments later, a familiar, handsome face crosses the threshold of the office. Yes, Captain.
My heart!
Oh god.
Malvhor just stumbles where he stands.
Cirion
Easy.
faints and
Easy,
just falls into
Malvhor.
Malvor's hands. Oh.
Fig just smirks.
I'm just gonna throw that up there for everyone.
You beautiful bastard!
Like, every
God.
time I look at that model, I just think if it was a DreamWorks animation, it would have just been Prince Charming from Shrek.
I imagine. I also imagine what's his name, Flynn from Rapunzel. And so part of me just wants to have, part of me just wants him to go like, you are now going to witness the smolder, and he just does like the big puppy face.
We got off track.
Baldur, I need your chiseled chin to tell these fine individuals how to get into Cirith Ungol.
God.
Cirith Ungol. Nasty place you want to be, understand that? He looks all three of you over and then stops for a second and does a double take on Cirion.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh, I forgot. That's right.
I owe you a drink, Captain.
Wait, but he knows me too.
Yeah, he does know you, but
Kinda.
he wasn't looking for you.
Right.
Gear.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was whew.
That's right.
Luckily, people paid visits to the barber. The old haircut trick gets him every time. Cirith Ungol's a nasty place. Not many go there, even live to tell about it, or even return. Tomato, tomato, really.
Well, unfortunately, Bartor, we're going there for a nasty reason. There's a child's life in the balance, and our answers seem to only lie in Cirith Ungol.
There's a lot that lies in Cirith Ungol. What sort of timetable do you got?
Very limited. Delay could very well mean the death of the child.
Well, I won't press as to why this is so important. I'll leave that to your own business. But you have two choices from what I've seen and what my scouts have told me. You go through Ithilien and cut up north and go through the Black Gate and come down that way. The ground through there and through Mordor is a little bit tougher or toxic than that out here, but it's more of a straight shot. It takes time, but it's a little easier. Quickest route, quite honestly, is not the favorable one. Cut through Ithilien, head down to the crossroads, make your way for Minas Ithil, or, as we're starting to call it, Minas Morgul. Cut through the Morgul Vale. Right about the time you would round the mountainside and see the former ivory tower in all its glory. There's a narrow, we call it a staircase. It's the most crude rock climbing path you'll ever find, and it gets narrower as you go up, including steeper. Once you get up there, it's a catacomb network of tunnels and caves, guarded heavily by one of the Dark Lord's own pets. You can navigate through that maze alive. You'll be greeted with the sight of the Tower of Cirith Ungol.
So we got a dark gate, probably guarded by who knows what, or troubling staircase with a troubling monster.
The gate itself, the Black Gate, is still heavily watched by a party of rangers and a handful of Gondorian guards. Mordor proper. I don't envy anyone walking through that land.
Malvhor, this is your venture. I vote personally myself for the gate. But I'm only one in this merry band of misfits.
I mean, time is more of a concern to me than my own safety, so I think
You're gonna be no good to anybody dead. Just keep that in mind.
I think
If you die before we get there, then this whole thing was for nothing.
I mean,
So think about that first.
I'm lucky to have friends to carry on if I can't. But I've made peace that this is a very dangerous and risky endeavor. Time is my concern. So a threat against my life will not deter me from the stairs, and I think that is the route we should take.
Cirion just kind of goes like a motherfucker, like just go like head going up.
What do you think, Fig?
Fig?
Fig is using the cloak she used on the cat to just just kind of roughly wipe blood off from all the scratches on her arm and whatnot as she's listening. Head's kind of down. I too accepted that. This is dangerous regardless which route we take. So I agree with Malvhor that at this point, time is of the essence.
Okay.
Sounds like the staircase, though.
To the stairs we go.
We're gonna die.
Yes, we are, you fuck.
Player me heard both those routes, and I went, "Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?"
Glory!
But yeah, like I just said,
I hate you, Matt.
Hey.
Fig at this rate is like, well, we already made it this far.
We'll find Shelob in her human form, and we'll give her a little smooch and be on our way.
Uh-huh. No.
I will say, either route you pick, Ithilien is currently no walk in the park either. That creature that visited Osgiliath a few weeks ago has pretty much set up camp, and her hounds are making us work for every meal. So if you're cutting through the
Ithilien.
forest, yeah.
Is it too late to change our fucking mind and go to the elves?
If you're cutting through Ithilien, keep to the shadows, travel during the day, your eyes peeled, and be quiet.
Well, it's as good advice as any. Thank you, Bardor.
You're welcome.
You
Is there anything
too?
else we can do for you?
The second thing, should probably be for your ears alone, Captain. No offense, Bardor. To you or your chiseled jaw.
None taken. Very well. Sir, I'll have the report on the eye when I return. Very well.
The eye?
You're dismissed, Bardor.
As he's walking out, Cirion just does like the copy.
He walks out and closes the door behind him. Farewell. What's new and exciting bits of information from beyond these walls do you bring me this time?
Not from beyond, it's from within.
You know, I was really hoping we were done with the within part.
Well, we've discovered
Unfortunately not, sir.
we've discovered a hostile spy network operating within your city, sir.
The eye?
The eye may be involved, but this may be operatives from Umbar.
1 second. Bardor!
Sorry, Bardo, I didn't know you were investigating this.
Get back
Just-
up here.
Just
Once
Cirion
he,
again. Yes!
I was gonna say, once he said, I'll give you a report later on the eye, I was like, hold up a second.
Come back, you handsome man.
Just can't get enough of you.
Boy, we're across
Door
all kinds of
opens, he
borders
comes
here.
back in.
Just so we can watch him walk away again. What was it that Madame Ava said to Callan here the one time?
I don't know, I black out when I play her.
I might need to mute myself.
It was something like that.
You just hear a voice from across the courtyard. Bardor, come on, you're gonna be late. I'm coming.
Well, this is in the past.
Ignore the like thousands of years in between them.
Hey,
That
Madame
just
Ava's forever, baby.
I was gonna say that she would be someone who's immortal.
Oh, dear God, that was
The
amazing.
Maiar.
Oh
Madame
my
Ava's a
god,
Maiar.
yes! It's canon now.
Jesus. What is
Bardor
happening?
comes back in.
This is
Yes,
so
sir.
hilarious.
Malvhor here tells us that there's a spy network within our walls. He believes they might be agents from Umbar. Yeah, I've been watching them for a while. I was tracking them down to Peligir as well when I was down there looking for you two. I think there was an elf among you too, but he's not here.
He's long gone. You're never gonna find him.
He hung back when we were on this adventure.
But,
So you found agents here?
yeah, do you
Yeah.
are you aware they communicate and send messages via cat?
Yeah, the cat's eye is really proficient at that.
Well, we lucked into intercepting one of their cats,
You
You-
intercepted one.
and
You're
I
welcome.
produced the parchment. It's in code. I can't decipher it.
Well, he quickly scans through it. Looks like they rotated their cipher again, sir. Leave this with me, and me and my rangers will be able to crack it eventually.
I know they're operating out of a place called the Bureau, and I followed one of their agents to the docks where I lost them.
The Bureau, from what I understand, is a moving target. They don't really stay in one place too long. Operational security. Also, it's a bit of a nature with their mascot. The Cat's Eye is a very elusive network that came about, I believe, during the Second Age down in Umbar, and it has made its way north. You leave this parchment with me, I might be able to crack it. Just keep an eye out.
Fig,
So-
didn't you mention something about the innkeeper with this kind of thing?
Dorsey.
Yes.
Yes.
The parlor in Pelagia. We suspect it is a base of operations for this group.
No.
You know.
What about it makes you suspect that? Anything interesting about it?
Well, first off, the guy
Vic
there has
overheard.
like 12 cats or more. Second
Only
off,
10.
Fig.
Only
Fig overheard them talking about sending messages and the eye.
Trying to dispatch someone back here for more eyes on it, whatever that may mean. But something also about, despite what's potentially going wrong with them, to notify a handler and say everything is under control. But there was also concern by Dorsey that individuals know that the eye is in Peligreer, and he himself does not need any more heat on him. I'm assuming that's us, knowing about the eye being there.
The cat's eye likes to be in everyone's business. We've been trying to shore them up for a while, and I think we've closed in on a few of their operations. Osgiliath, ideally, is on its last legs. Pelagia is its next bit. Then hopefully after that, once we get what we need out of the Pelagia operation, it'll be on to Umbar. Which, as he looks over across towards Turgon, which is where we believe a certain individual trader from Minas Ithil might be lying in wait. Probably had dark dealings with the cat's eye.
A traitor, you say?
Probably the one who got the information of how to let the enemy right in. Led down to Umbar from what we've understood, right, Captain? That's correct so far.
Cirion starts tapping the pommel of his sword.
We don't have a name yet. No, we don't. But we'll get it. We tie up these bureaus in this network here in Osgiliath and down in Pelagia. Follow one thread to the next. Made a few friends while I was in Pelagia. A couple of those Marines down there. I think they'll be a good fit for the job. We sent an ambassador, last I checked, down to Umbar, try to get them down to be a little bit friendlier to Gondorian faces. It's working in places, but those Corsairs sort of make their own deals from time to time. Hopefully it's a better situation when we go down.
Something to think about for the future.
Oh, it's definitely something I'll be considering.
So if you're willing to part with this, we can take a look at it, see if we can get it cracked. And go from there.
Help yourself. It's not doing any good in our hands.
Alright.
Also,
Not
won't do
right
any good to
now,
us if
at
we
least.
die at Cirith Ungol.
Very true. If you return safely, and we're in a position to move on the eye, or the cat's eye, really. They're known as the cat's eye, but they've been using the eye for a couple of years, make them sound more mysterious or whatever. I don't know. But we're in a better position, and we'll start going after them. Pull on that thread a little bit longer.
Glad we could be of service to you, Barador, and that we can operate openly and honestly with each other.
Yeah, let's keep it that way, shall we? Be dispatched hunting your asses all over Gondor again.
Well, now you know our faces. See?
Until we get a haircut again.
He takes a good 60 seconds to just look at each and every one of you up and down as if he is mentally remembering facial structure, bone structure, and everything.
I'll just look right at him and go, I don't get haircuts.
That saves time.
No, I'll tell you what, Captain. If you gotta come hunt us again, I'll buy you a drink, and then you can take me on our merry way.
I'll hold you to it.
I'm holding this one as I look over to Malvhor. It's like, if we make it back alive, he's gonna buy me a tavern's worth.
Tell you what, you make it back, you'll have 5 gold waiting for you.
Cirion just kind of goes like, well, you better hope we make it back, Malvhor, because that 5 gold is gonna come in real handy.
Real quick, you said...
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I can wait till the conversation's done.
No, bitch, just banter. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Bardor said the trader that they were talking about was doing which directions again of movement? When they were talking about a trader now in Umbar, but supposedly coming from...
The trader from Minas Ithil is in Umbar.
Is now in Umbar.
Yes.
And when we met Moore for the first time, he was coming from where?
Umbar.
Oh, so different direction.
He was coming
because
from
Moore went from
Umbar.
Umbar to Peligir.
Yeah, but you met
Okay.
him on a road coming south, which implied he was coming from Osgiliath. But he
Right.
told you Umbar. So there is some directional things that he said there that no one really challenged him on.
Well,
Okay.
Into it what you will.
I thought the story was that he missed Peligir and he got lost and was doubling back.
That is
I
the
couldn't
story
quite-
he gave.
I couldn't quite remember because Fig wasn't part of the conversation, so I don't know. So player me was
Yeah,
just trying to
no.
remember.
No, that is essentially the story he gave. He said he was coming from Umbar and he's looking for Peligir, but he believes he's gotten lost. And you guys put him on the right road to Peligir, and you've met him several times back in Peligir, so.
Oh.
Well,
Read into what you want.
I mean, he would have found Peligir anyway if he's like I said, we can't assume everybody's a traitor. That's no way to live.
No. I'm just trying to make sure I have facts straight. That's
Yeah.
all. Because otherwise that is what my mind jumped to. But I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? We also run into people for various reasons for plot. So.
Well, thank you, Faradol and Captain Turgon. There is one more thing. We've left our horses in the stable here in Osgiliath that we brought up from Peligir. They're very important horses that belong to the Horsemaster of Peligir. If you could care for them in our absence, that would be much appreciated, because they can't come with us to Cirith Ungol.
Understood. We have room in the stables for a while. If you need them, just return.
I'm gonna make a note that that's where the horses are in my notes.
Alright. Oh, good luck. Pray I see you again, at least in one piece. Tread carefully.
Thank you.
Do our best.
Well, no use in waiting. Let's hit the road.
Alright. You guys head out from the bastion and make your way towards the eastern side of Osgiliath, heading for the main gate out into Ithilien. That's where we're going to take a break.
Hail, adventurer! Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and PlateMail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers. Hail, adventurer. Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers.
Alright, we're back. Before we get any further, I want to let every single one of you out there know that this Saturday is our 3rd annual Super Brawl.
Hell yeah, brother!
And if you're not familiar with it, basically we get together and play Brawlhalla, and there's a particular game mode called Brawl Ball, which is essentially football. But what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 teams competing in Super Brawl this year, and we are going to be donating $5 per touchdown, which means the more offense out there, fuck the defense. Everyone go forward, score the touchdowns, run up the score. $5 per touchdown to Extra Life. So, we have wonderful teams this year, and I will be
I'm excited.
I will be your commentator, your play-by-play expert for every match this year. So it should be a fun time. Come support us. Come support Extra Life, and just all around have a good time. So it should be fun. We have the little big dice goblins. We have the suave swole goblins. We have the brawl daddies, and blanket on the 4th one.
Food cats.
Fighting food cats.
Fighting food cats.
I love that name.
2v2 matches, everyone. 2v2 matches. So, all right. That's like my only announcement. Cool. Let's get back into it. So with the remainder of your journey on foot, the Fellowship departs from Osgiliath out into Ithilien, heading towards Minas Ithil or Minas Morgul, where they were given the essential instructions of where they can find a rock face that is climbable, known as the stairs. You guys trek out for a day or two deep into the forest of Ithilien, and you keep your eyes peeled at every so often, and at any point you want to interrupt, RP, or talk about things, feel free to do it. You guys continue on, keeping slightly off the paths of just trying to stay within the brush of sorts. Fairly quiet out. Wildlife is around at times, and the sun, for the most part, gets blocked out by the tree canopy. But you travel for a few days, and you keep pressing ever so onward.
I need a tissue.
Sorry, Fig. I
Okay.
don't know what a tissue is.
Please elaborate, Fig.
Here's a handkerchief.
Let's
Dude,
see.
hey,
who-
kid. Odds
Yes.
on running into the vampire.
Well,
Oh, that's the wrong one.
I would say pretty high, considering where we're going. But I'm hoping if we follow Bardor's advice, we can avoid it altogether. Travel by day. Be careful during the night. I don't know. I didn't fight this thing like you all did.
I mean, there were like 5 of us hitting her, and she would not yield.
Seemed like you're making any progress against her.
I think so, because she did eventually disengage and try to fight from a more advantageous position. But I mean,
Maybe she got bored.
it was Turgon, it was a Cirion, it was me, Fig, even an orc attacked her.
Even an orc?
If I remember correctly.
Well, that's...
She
So?
unified Middle Earth like nobody else.
Well,
Oh,
if we had a... Bye.
Oh, I just
If
said,
we had-
oh snap.
Well, if an orc was attacking with her, then... maybe there isn't as much unification on this as we thought.
the fuck?
Yeah, she was
don't
killing Gondorians and orcs equally.
Well, I'm glad to see she doesn't discriminate.
She bit me once.
And you probably liked it.
And I feel like I got off lucky somehow after seeing what happened to a Cirion.
Yeah, Cirion, from what I heard from you guys, is worse for wear.
Big, we're taking bets on if we're gonna run into the vampire or not.
Probably.
You know what? I
don't
think
know,
I think this first leg of the trip's gonna go well for us. I don't think we're gonna run into her.
A few minutes later, oh my god!
As you
I would not be surprised if she learned we're in the area and she comes
How
to see us.
How would she know we're here? Who else knows?
Well, Bardor said she has hounds, so...
Ah. I was gonna say, it's not like we sent her a letter saying we were on our way. But the hounds
No,
might be able to sniff us out.
I assume she has her own scouts now to keep the area under watch.
Cirion, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay, I don't know if I have my
You
character
still
sheet.
got advantage.
He does. 16. Okay. Carry on.
Die. Hopefully that passes so I can keep my advantage.
I'll let you know. I just wanted that out there so I know.
Gotcha.
Well,
Is it nighttime?
Please no.
Okay.
if we run into her, I suggest we run very fast. And if we can't run, I'll just talk to her.
You're gonna talk to her.
I mean, what other option do we have besides die?
Solid point, I think. I don't know. I've seen you talk your way at a lot of jams, so.
So you guys begin breaking for camp early into the evening. You find a nice clearing amongst the trees and begin rolling out, if you have them, bedrolls and assembling what you need for the evening. Cirion, you look up and take a moment and just sort of stretch your back, and you see in a brightly full moonlit night.
Oh, great.
Bit of silver clouds rolling in. You take a moment and do your rounds to ensure that you guys are in a bit of a safe spot. You venture a little bit from camp and just look around, listening, watching. It gets eerily quiet. You hear slow rustling of the ground of either foliage, leaves, and the occasional twig snap. And you hunker down low, just try to get an understanding of what might be out there. And then you hear it from two different directions, split off maybe 40, 60 feet apart from one another. You're trying to get an understanding. And you hear, a little bit closer than you probably would wish, you look maybe about 40 feet from you, bearing around a tree, is a large canine-like figure as it skulks around, sniffing the ground. Doesn't seem to have noticed you.
For now, I'm gonna stay completely still in my crouch position. I'm gonna bring my hand towards my dagger. And if it comes within attacking distance of... Alright, how do I want to word this? If it's hostile towards me and comes in within striking distance, I will make an attack.
You do notice that it doesn't seem to be moving directly towards you, but it is most certainly moving in the direction of your guys' camp.
Okay. You said it's like a wolf, like a canine-like creature. Can I tell what it is?
It's low lit. You can go ahead and give me a... You can give me a nature check or a shadow lore check.
Ooh. I'm good at both, so don't let me know if this succeeds or fails. I may use my viewer, or my my D4 from Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna use that.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice.
16. Okay. You, based on what you're seeing, it's much larger than any dog or wolf you've ever seen, and you are familiar in the stories that the enemy had used basically warped versions of wolves known as wargs.
So they're not exactly going down easy. How far am I from the camp, and how far are they from the camp?
Well, you're hearing two sounds that are off on either direction of you, so there's no one directly in front of you. The one that you see is maybe about 30, 40 feet from you. We'll say you're about 10 to 15 feet from camp from where you are. So you got far enough away to sort of get out from like the noise of the other two, so you can just sort of survey it out.
Okay. So if I'm 10 to 15 feet from camp, they didn't notice me. I'm gonna slowly, if they haven't noticed me, start to make my way back. Moving quietly towards camp.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Yep. Please be good.
17. Okay. You sort of slowly backpedal and stay crouched and make for the perimeter of your guys' camp to probably alert your friends. But then the last thing you do see as you sort of turn and head that direction, you see in the other direction, maybe about 50 feet from you, the silhouette of another. So you did confirm that there's two wargs out there.
Okay. So I'll get to camp. I won't say anything. I'll get their attention. Just going like a quiet.
So what are we doing?
So I'm guessing Fig and I just had our conversation.
Excellent
there.
conversation. Loved every minute of it. I just need to know what you guys are doing.
I know. Full. Okay, that's silent movie RP. Okay, we can put like the
No,
piano.
that's fine. I need to know so I know what to ask you guys to roll.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so I gesture. You know, we got two coming in. Beast-looking thing. Yar. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my bow, and I'm just gonna look at Fig and Malvhor and just go like, look, one there, look, one there. And I pull out my bow and go, like, present it and go.
I will point to Cirion and pick one direction to say, take that one, and I'll point to myself and point at the other direction to take as I slowly pull out my axe and shield to get ready.
Okay. So I'm going towards the one direction that she pointed towards. I'm going to assume the one that I saw first, and then she'll take care of the other one on the other side. So I'm going to take my bow and ideally make 2 attacks unless something happens in the meantime.
Well, and while I go, I want to stealthily move toward that direction and wait to hear or see any indicator of what he was talking about. Based on the hand signals, I figured big claw beast type thing. So my assumption is wolf.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot in the same direction I see Cirion shooting in.
Okay. So, Fig, since you said you were gonna get edge closer, go ahead and give me a stealth check since you said quietly.
Yeah, trying to first listen and gauge for where the creature is that he indicated. You said stealth chalk. Bop.
21.
Hey.
Alright. The two of you sort of split off as you edge closer to try and get a better sight on this creature. And you, I'll say from where you're from, you're a little bit more familiar with wargs. They sort of run a little bit rampant near the Misty Mountains and in the Anduin Valley, or the Anduin Vales. And you do see one as it's sort of skulking the ground and sniffing. And at one point, it stops, and you see another silhouette strut along beside it, standing up at the height of a human. As a hand sort of caresses along the side of it.
No.
What is it, Hith? Do you smell anything?
Does that voice sound familiar?
Does
Does it sound like who I'm thinking of?
It
Fuck.
sounds very familiar.
Oh dear.
Has something encroached our hunting grounds, Hith?
I'm going to try to look back at Malvhor, see if his back is fully turned from me for trying to help Cirion out, or if I can maybe quietly get his attention, or like is he looking at me?
Probably not.
I think he's looking in the direction of Cirion.
Okay,
but...
then I'm going to. Am I by like a brush or something?
Sure.
Maybe. Oh, then I'm going to sink a little.
With a 21, you are hidden pretty much wherever you want to be. Currently.
You're right behind them, just like looking over their shoulder.
So I want to like sink just a little more closer to the earth and into the brush to camouflage myself better if I can. Still like axe and shield at the ready, and I want to wait and see what they do. And I feel like if they start to pass me toward the camp, I should hold an action to do something, but I don't know what that is yet. I'm just gonna see what they do, and I'll figure it out if that bridge gets crossed. By the music, it sounds like that bridge is getting crossed, and I don't like it.
It's just tension music. What's the problem?
That's fine. If they pass me, I'll do something.
If they pass you, you'll do something.
Yes.
Okay.
It might be a horrible idea, but I'll do it.
That music's way more fast-paced than I want it to be. Oh well. So you see this figure run their hand against the grain of the warg's fur, and then come up to the neck and just sort of scratching underneath it as it sort of stops and raises its head and looks around, and you hear it snarl and pant a bit, almost like a dog. It's a fine night to hunt. And she speaks up a little bit louder, not even trying to hide. What about you, Belle? Find anything? And now you two over there hear another voice for the first time. So I know, Cirion, you were aiming to make 2 shots at that ward. Do you still do it?
I'm gonna hold for a second.
Malvhor?
I mean, I was basing my attack on Cirion, so if I see him hold, I'm holding.
Okay. Are you gonna try and hide, Malvhor?
Yeah, I'll try and hide.
Because you're currently the only one not stealth, so I'm just checking.
I'm just gonna stand out there. Hello, it is me. I am here alone.
Hello there.
General Malvhor.
Big money. Maybe a whammy.
Hey.
We'll see.
The 3 sort of walk closer in towards your camp, the wargs sniffing the air and looking about. What is it, Belle? Smell something. Oh, the air is ripe with iron.
Crap.
Where are you? The one next to her circles out and around, further away from her. Moves out, probably about 30 feet, almost right in front of you, Fig, as it passes by, as it canters past and circles around.
That's good enough. That's good enough. I'll take a second nondescript bone, and I'm just gonna go
Okay.
in the other direction
No.
to distract it. In the
ahead.
other direction.
Go ahead and give me a dex check.
No. Okay, just a dex check. All right. What do I still have? I still have Paul's inspiration, and I still have luck.
Yeah.
Just in case I need.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use luck.
1.
I'm gonna use that luck. Do the
All right. Well, yeah, we're dying on this hill, kids. God damn.
I don't think I can use that bracelet again like twice in a row, I'm assuming, right? I feel like that's a rule I can't, like with luck points. Or is that...
Yeah, because I think you have to immediately use the next one. So you can add your inspiration to it.
Puh!
You can add a d4.
You know what? I guess
Daft
so.
just gave you another inspiration, so you can add 2 d4s.
Sure! So I'll just make that an... I'll roll them separately, see what happens with that. Oh, that's an 8 now.
8.
That's oh my
What?
gosh.
No, it's a 12! Thanks, guys!
Better.
I mean...
As the warg canters out towards the side, as you are pulling a bit of bone from your pouch, as you are rearing up and getting ready to throw this. Oh, I am hungry. And as much as I like to play with my food, I would very much appreciate you make this a little easier than the rest. And starts walking, almost following the warg's path. And at that moment, you throw the bone, and you see it arch through the air in the direction of the warg to get past it on the other side. And he gets maybe about halfway, and in the split second, you just see a blur as the catches it.
Well, it was worth a shot for distracting.
Is she
Is she right in front of me then?
she's probably probably about like 15 feet from you.
Okay.
Fuck!
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
As she catches it and brings it in front of her, and you see her tense her fist, and you see bits of dust from the bone crumble out. Dust to dust, as they say. As you can see, with your nocturnal-like eyes, Fig, you see in the well-lit moonlight, her mouth open and her lick her teeth and revealing the two fangs. You see her quickly look around and almost looking right into your gaze.
I am... Fuck.
Do I hear any of this or see any of this going on?
That depends. Do you break your line of sight on the other warg?
Yeah, because the whole point of me like holding my attack was I was trying to hear or see where the voice was coming from.
Okay.
And before I took the shot, I'm trying to like look and see like what the fuck is that? Who is this? What's happening?
Yeah. She's not being quiet, so she's pretty easy to locate once she starts talking.
Okay. When do I hear her say, "There you are"?
Yeah.
When she says, "There you are," I'm gonna release my arrow towards her.
Okay. I won't be needing that handout. You quickly shift your position in the ground, and you find the vampire in the dead of night. Release 2 arrows. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Is it? It's probably too late.
Is it what?
I was waiting for the narration to end to do something like a held action or whatnot. I wasn't sure if it's too late to do anything before those arrows fly, or to now do an action as those arrows fly.
Your action was throwing that bone.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So, boom.
Okay.
Let me check one thing.
Okay.
Guys.
So, I mean, I can try and still talk.
Guys. I was primarily waiting for her to attack us before I started doing self-defense.
Well,
and
I'm not. I wasn't when Cirion hears "there you are," that assumes you're fucked or you're about to get fucked. So
I mean that's fair. Oh
So
boy.
Just so you know, moving forward, in this particular case, you have advantage because you're surprising. Though you do not have advantage going forward for attack rolls. It's only ability checks.
okay.
So these 2 do count for advantage on surprise, but after this, once we enter initiative, you do not have it.
Gotcha. I'll
So
slip.
natural 20 and the 23 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
I don't remember what
And
her
then,
AC
hold on,
was that we figured out.
Real quick before we do anything, just want to make sure of something here. No, that's not it.
Actually, no. I'll still
Okay.
use that handout.
Okay.
Oh, great.
Good. Okay, I'm good.
All right, so 7 total of 15. Okay. 2 arrows as they fly through, and Malvhor, you catch it as the bowstring lets loose the first time, and you watch the arrows go. Fig, you see him come through almost past your face, and the first one hitting the upper shoulder of the vampire, and she reels back, and she comes back with like almost a smile. And the second one comes in and hits her in the other one. Oh, we're here to play, aren't we? And she reaches up and grabs both of them, snaps them off, and throws them to the ground. And she lets loose a high-pitched whistle and takes 3 steps back and sits down on a rock as the 2 wargs come rolling in behind her, and she just leans forward.
She's just what?
Oh god! Oh
What?
god!
She's just
I
sitting
fucked
there.
up! I fucked up so bad!
Oh my god!
Bell.
Is there a way to get the whole picture in on the stream?
Probably not.
I might have to. I
me
would
one
have to
second.
finagle it.
That's fine. I was just curious.
Give me 1 second.
There was enough of it showing, I think.
I clicked out and lost it.
no.
I wasn't gonna let her get an attack on Fig. I'm not risking it. Y'all can hate me, fight me, do whatever.
Oh
When
no.
Cirion was hearing all this, it's like, okay, I'm assuming that's who the fuck that was, and I'm not
There
playing
you go.
games.
Nice.
I'm not playing games with my companions up in these cursed ass mountains. No, we're throwing hands. We're throwing blades.
Oh my god.
She just sits down as the two wargs come up alongside her.
Oh, I hate this.
You can see the glowing red eyes in the night as the moon just sort of cuts through and shines where she's sitting. Bell, Hith. Go play. That's where we're gonna end. No! So we'll start next week with initiative.
I'm gonna use my first turn to try and talk her down.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Good luck.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Wee woo.
I
As
mean,
if we roll initiative tonight, we're gonna be here a while. So
Yeah.
if
so
if I get lucky, will how will a 31 work? If I get a natural 20, it's a total of 31 to persuade.
natural 21 doesn't mean you succeed.
I know, but that's why I said 31 total.
On what? A persuasion?
On a persuasion check. Is that gonna be good enough?
Only one way to find out. Let's see if you roll it first.
Oh no. Oh no.
There we
Oh
go.
no.
That's where we'll end tonight, as the vampire and her hounds have found you. And we'll pick up next week with initiative. And you get to fight a vampire again.
No.
Billion. So much fun.
You guys didn't have Cirion with you.
They had 2 NPCs. I think one had a legendary action too.
Yeah.
So
Could you make me feel good about myself?
I mean, you are our biggest damage dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Locke was there.
Locke was
Yes.
also there. I didn't
Locke
include
was
Locke, but he
also
was there.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, basically the Cirion spotted them early enough to decide what to do. If you guys were quiet enough, they would have went right by.
That's why I stayed in that bush.
Yep, but is
So
what it is.
if Fig wouldn't have thrown that bone, would this have ended differently?
Maybe. Stealth checks were a factor.
Yeah. My stealth
So,
check was a
there
little
was-
low.
There was a couple of factors in there that tripped it, but
I just didn't want them to like surprise you at your back since you were right there.
I mean, I was
So-
I was yelling in chat, throw a pebble to distract him. So I mean, I would have done
Oh,
the
I
same
missed it.
thing.
Yeah.
My
I
brain
got
was in
one
the same spot.
nondescript bone left for this.
yeah, once you guys pretty much knew who this was, you had 3 options: stand and fight, ambush them, or hopefully let them pass if you were willing to fight them, if you didn't want to deal with them.
See? So Cirion made a good call.
I didn't.
made a decision.
Oh boy. Yeah.
That was a
That's
good
fine.
Fuck you.
We've all made decisions up to this point,
We have.
so no
Party's gonna
need
die
to
here.
point fingers at any one person. It's been all of us up to now.
Yeah, so the session started with you guys chasing a cat. Now you're dealing with puppies. So,
Now we're getting chased.
Meh.
yeah.
All
Well,
the animals.
chase is over. They found you. So, all right, that's all for us. We'll
Oh
be
no.
back throughout all of our good stuff. Come find us on Saturday night for Super Brawl. It'll mean a lot to us and the kids that we'll be raising money for. So, thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Have a good rest of your week, and stay proficient.